Welcome into the third space today, whenever you're joining us. It's really wonderful that you could be here. Tonight, we're going to jump straight into our sacred stillness practice. And we start off by getting into a comfortable posture in our bodies so that we can actually sit still. So let's begin that way. So getting comfortable, lovely, symmetrical, neutral spine. And maybe not crossing the legs if possible. Just beginning to notice the body and notice the posture of the body. And then begin to notice the breathing. Notice your breathing. Notice the way your body is breathing and interacting and engaging with the air around. Beginning to notice the flow of air in through the nose and down into the body. Notice with the senses, not just with the feeling senses, but just with all of our senses. Let's begin to notice. Noticing our body in proximity to the space that we're in. This is a space in which you are safe, a space in which you belong, a time during which you are loved. You are always loved. And at this time, we allow our senses to begin to feel that. So noticing the flow of air in through the nose, down the throat, deep into the body. And as we draw the air in and blow it out, we draw in the oxygen that nourishes every cell in our body. And we breathe out that which is no longer serving us. Noticing without any judgment of what's happening. Our bodies are made in the image of the Creator. They are sacred. We receive the nourishment from the breath of life. Receiving that nourishment down our throat, deep into our lungs. Taking a deeper than normal breath, we breathe in, pausing at the top of the breath, pausing, holding, and then releasing perhaps with a sigh. And again, breathing in deeply all the way to the top, holding, and breathing out with a sigh. One more time. Breathing in. Holding, and then releasing. We begin to allow our bodies to get into their own rhythm of breathing now. Every one of us has a unique body with unique needs, uniquely created. And so we just allow our bodies to lead the way, leading the way with the breath. Breathing in a way that our body is asking for, really paying attention to our bodies. Perhaps there's an area of our bodies that is calling for our attention. We respond to that call. Perhaps placing a hand on the area or areas that are feeling some discomfort. Maybe our eyes or knees. Maybe there's a tightness in our chest. Whatever part of our body needs some attention, we give it now. And we allow our internal focus to rest on that area. And as we breathe in the spirit of life. We breathe in the oxygen. And then, perhaps in our imaginations, we imagine the flow of air to the area of our body that needs some nourishment at this time. We call our bodies back into their original design. We thank our Maker for the way our bodies are designed to heal. And we allow the flow of air to soothe the pain. Imagining that beautiful blood flowing through to the top of our heads and the tip of our toes and everything in between. As we continue to breathe deeply, we allow our nervous systems to come into a place of shalom, of rest. Firstly, rest in our body. Perhaps we use our imagination and our other senses to feel the gravity as it flows over our bodies. That beautiful, ever-flowing force flowing over our heads. Maybe we can feel or sense or imagine that flow like water or air or honey, whatever comes into your mind. Feeling that flow over our forehead and our nose, down our cheeks and our mouth. The beautiful flow of gravity, reminding us we are connected to the earth. And as the gravity flows down the back of our neck and our shoulders, we notice if we're holding or pressing upward against the gravity, against this beautiful gift of gravity. And so as we breathe out, we release, allowing the gravity to flow down like a grace over us. A gift of grace flowing down over our shoulders. And we let go. Yielding to the grace of gravity. allowing ourselves to be held in perfect union and harmony with the sun and the moon and the earth. That wonderful flow down the front of our chest. And as it flows, we release the fear, feeling safe in that embrace, in that flow. We breathe out and let go. Noticing the flow now down over our heart space and our bellies. Noticing our bodies and noticing where we're holding, where we're clenching, where there's tension, even the smallest amount. Notice the muscles and our breathing and our lungs and our chest and our ribs. We notice these areas. And we choose to let go and release, relinquishing the need to push and clench and hold. And we release into the arms of the Creator. Feeling the gravity, knowing that we are held in love, held with grace and mercy and kindness and compassion. There is nothing held in our bodies or in our soul or mind that cannot be held by the arms of love. All of us, all of who we are, every element. Connected. Connected to the earth. Connected in our spirits with the great Holy Spirit. Gravity is our constant reminder. It can be trusted to always flow. We rest in the pause, pausing for a few moments in silence. To allow all of our senses and beyond to notice. Noticing. Accepting ourselves for who we were created to be. We allow our attention to drift upwards to our thought consciousness. Noticing what is running through our mind. like pain in our body, perhaps there are thoughts that just don't want to go away. We just notice them at this time. And then, like clouds drifting past in the sky, we allow the thoughts to just drift past, drifting past from the center of our mind out to the edges. Allowing the internal voice to fall quiet for a while. Resting in quietness. The thoughts may come, but we just let them go. We come back to the stillness, the quietness in our mind. And gently and slowly, we allow our awareness to move over to our imagination. The creative center. And we allow things to form in our imagination. Perhaps we might see that as a room or a blank canvas, or an empty garden bed. Or a piece of paper. And in our mind's eye, we begin to allow our creativity and our imagination to start to flow. Maybe we see colors beginning to emerge, or sounds. Letting our imagination flow, moving into the space of creating life. What medium will the imagination use? Where will it go? What will it create? Setting it free, allowing the imagination to go. Maybe it takes you back to a place you've been before, a memory, and brings that memory to life again. A place where we paused and noticed. The creation spoke. How did it speak to you? Where did it speak from? What glories and mysteries were revealed in those moments? colors and sounds, sights and smells. We hold space in our imaginations, in that place, in our being. And then as we breathe, the breath of life breathes life right into that place. We take a deep breath in, and our spirit awareness, our spirit consciousness begins to merge in the place of our imagination. And breathes life. The spirit of life. We slowly and gently allow our awareness to drop into that place of spirit deep within us. And then we go beyond our body and our five senses. And we begin to allow our awareness of the one who loves us with an everlasting love, desiring to dance with us, who delights in us, allowing that awareness to emerge around us and in us. The Elohim of Elohim, the God of all gods, the creator of the cosmos, is here in this moment and in every moment. Perhaps we allow our spiritual senses to be awakened and opened to the presence of the angelic host, or maybe the great cloud of witnesses. Ever present as the gravity, ever flowing, ever aware, ever near. We breathe in that love that is everlasting. We breathe in those blessings and more, breathing it in. Coming into the place of union and oneness and wholeness. Christ is in all, and through him all things were made, seen and unseen. We pause in the sacred stillness of that knowledge. Breathing in, receiving, resting in shalom. Mm. Sacred stillness. Loved with an everlasting love. Held by grace. Kissed by kindness. Lavished with love. We begin to notice again the flow of air into our bodies, the life breath and the breath of life. Breathing it in with gratitude. Breathing out and releasing that which is not serving us any longer. Letting go, then receiving it in. Heaven in earth with every breath. Our bodies are not a burden, but a blessing. not a hindrance, but a help. Our minds are a gift. Our imagination's the center of life, creation, of our creativity. We let them be free. We begin to take some deeper than normal breaths, allowing our body to begin to move. So we breathe in, and as we breathe in, we raise our shoulders up to the bottom of our ears. Breathing in, raising the shoulders up, 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 holding. Then as we release, we roll the shoulder blades together, rolling them together, stretching our back and shoulders down, pulling our shoulders down towards the earth, and then release. And again, breathing in, lifting the shoulders up to the bottom of the ears, all the way up, 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 stretching them up, holding, and then slowly releasing. Ooh, pulling the shoulder blades together tight, feeling the crackles and the crinkles, yielding to the yawns. One more time, breathing in, raising the shoulders up to the bottom of the ears. Holding, holding, and away. Whew. Allowing our body and eyes to refocus and sense where we are in the space that we're in, knowing that this is a place where we belong, orientating ourselves, maybe looking up and around, rolling our neck, slowly and gently blinking open the eyes if you haven't already. Resting in the sacred stillness. Be at peace, my friends. Shalom.